Hello guys, you are on Revit automation at the rate Dynamo Python Revit API. In this video, we are going to see what, why, and how list is defined and used in Revit Dynamo Python script. Also, we are going to see some methods as length of list, count, indexing, append, extend, insert, and slicing of list. A sequence data type used to store collection of data or items. In simple terms, it is a collection of items of different or similar data types. Whenever we are going to deal with multiple items or elements, we are going to use list. Now, if you have items AA, 20, CC, DD, AA, FF, 2.9, GG, HH, II, JJ, KK, LL, true, and false. Here you can see there are three different types, data types. This is a string, this is a float, and this is an integer. This is a Boolean data type. If we want to collect all above elements in single variable, we use list. So to store items in list, we can define a variable, for example a, and give assignment operator equal to, and after that open square bracket, and inside this all the items is given, and then close square bracket. This is how we define list. If you can see in the right side of the Python compiler, here you can see how a Python list is defined. I've done this already, because if I write this once more, it will cost us our time. So this is how, this is how list is defined. If you want to see what is the output, just in this out, give the a variable and then hit on run button. Now here you can see how the list is shown in the output. One thing to note here is, if you can see the first item is AA. So AA is our item which is given in a quotation mark, open and close, and in between AA is given. So if you want to give a string data type, you can give it as in between the quotation mark. Otherwise, if you give like this, it will be considered as variable and error will occur in the script. Other 20 is a integer data type, 2.9 is a float data type, whereas true and false is a Boolean data type. In Revit Dynamo Python script, the element is also a data type. So let's start with the methods. First is len, to get the count of items in list. For example, you can see on the right side, we have given one b variable, then assignment operator, then length is given, then inside length a list is given. If you give a b variable in output, and run the Dynamo script, it will give you the length of the list or count of the items in the list. So there are 14 items in the list. So this is how the length of the list is determined. Now, if you want to count an item in that particular item, then you can use a count method. List. It can be used as a dot count, and then you can give that particular item, and that amount of that items in that items can be counted. There are one more method to count it. We'll discuss it later. Just we'll move forward to the indexing of the list. So what is the indexing of the list? If you see our list A, it is given as AA 20 CC DD AA FF and so on, then true and false. And if you count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13, and 14, this is the count of the list. But if you see the indexing, the first item is given an index of 0, second has 1, third is 2, fourth is 3, 5 has 4, and FF has 5, and go on. This is 12, and last one is 13. So count is 14, but as the indexing is starting from 0, the last item has an index of 13. And this is the indexing of the list. If you want to know the index of the particular element of the list, you can get it as here, see here, O, A dot index, then you can write the item, and you can give the O variable in output and run the script. You will get the index of 2.9. If you see the index of 2.9 here, is A 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is 6. So this is how you get the item at a particular index. Now, if you want to get the item of the particular index, you can get it as we'll save it in F variable. And if you want to get the item of index 6, we just write list and then open square bracket and close square bracket and in between the index of that item, and we'll give this in output F, that's small f, and we'll run the script. After running, you will get here the item at particular index. So 2.9 is at index of 6, so we will get the 2.9. Now, if you want items from the end of the list, and like you can, if you want the false item and it's at the end of the list, you can give a -1 index. If you run the script, you will get the -1 index. Similarly, if you get -3 index, you will get LL, as LL is at of -1 index. So this is how indexing works in Python. So after that, if you want to get the type of any element, just give the type, and inside the open and close bracket, give that element like that. Here we have given 2.9 here, and if we give the p in out and run the script, you will get here the data type of that particular item. Now we will move on to a different method. Now we will move on to the different and very important method of list, that is append. Append is used to add a single item to the list. Item is added at the end of list. For example, if you can see here, if you want to append 2 to our list, if you can see here, if you want to append 2 to our list, you can write it the a dot append, and inside you can write the particular item to append. When you hit on run button and give that a in the output, 2 is added to our list. This is how append works. There is one more important method, that is extend. So both append and extend add item to the list, but if you want to add multiple items to the list, extend is used. It will also add the items at the end of list. If you can see in the right side, Python compiler Now, if you want to extend a list, this item to the our A list, you can simply write a.extend and inside bracket multiple items that is in the form of the list. When you hit on the button, you can see that this 5, 6, and 9 is added at the end of the list. This is how the extend method works. Now going toward the our next method is insert. So if you want to insert item at particular index, insert is used. So how you can use insert? You can do a list, for example, a dot insert. Then you can write the index at which you want to insert that element, and then you can write that element which we want to insert, like this. You can see in the right side of the Python compiler. Now a is given in the output here. So if you run the script and if you check the element at the 9th index, for example 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th, at the 9th index subscribes is inserted. If you like our content, subscribe the channel and stay tuned for more such videos. Now moving toward the last method we are seeing in this video, that is slicing of list. So how slicing can be done? If we want to get items up till particular index, and we know the start index and count of item from start to the index we require items. For example, if we want to get the items from the 9th index and up till the count from the start 12, you can see in the right Python script. We will save it in a variable. It has to be saved in the variable. We are just getting the item. We are not changing any list. So we are getting the items, and we are saving in the variable k. Okay, and we will give the variable k to the output here, and we'll run the script. Now you will see we'll get the item from the 9th of index, and if you count the 9th one is a 10th count, 10th, 11th, and 12th. So we'll get the 10th, 11th, and 12th items, and starting from the index 9. So this is the index from which we want the item, and this is the count from the start up till we want the item. So this is the slicing of the list. So that's all for this video. That's all for this video. We will see you in the next video, where we are going to explain range, list comprehension of Python list. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching the video. If you want more such type of video or video on some specific topic on Dynamo, Python, Revit API, give the topic in comment. We are going to upload more such type of video. If you don't want to miss it, please subscribe and hit on the bell icon. You are on the with automation at the Dynamo, Python, Revit API.